Thank you. Good morning, everyone, for being here. Justice King, mayors, council members, Chairman Gates, former supervisors, Governor Brewer, distinguished guests, friends, family, fellow member of the class of 22. It's really an honor to be sworn in today. It was a year ago tomorrow that I was sworn in as supervisor. So now I've taken the oath twice in less than a year. The first time I was sworn in, it came as a complete surprise. People think you know in advance. I had no idea. And I had to rush down here within a few hours to make sure that I didn't miss it. And that was very humbling and gratifying. But being elected by the voters in Maricopa County is especially gratifying. And it's been an honor to serve with members of the board over the past year through great times, good times, and not so good times. But that's what we sign up for. We're here to serve, and it's been an honor to serve Maricopa County. And there's a lot of people here in this room today that I invited that I didn't even know a year ago. And so I've been working with all of you, and we've all worked together in some way, shape, or form. And I've really enjoyed working with you, and that is why you're here today, because I appreciate everything you do for your town, your community, your industry in Maricopa County. I want to first think of all my parents who are not here, but they are the ones who raised me and gave me a lifetime of love and made sure that I had a good education, that I had opportunities that frankly not too many people in our country have, much less in the world. My father passed away when I was 17 years old, and my mother is an immigrant from Honduras. Most of my maternal relatives are still in Honduras. So I'm eternally grateful for my mother to make sure that my brother and I continue to have everything that my parents wanted us to have. And then I moved out here 15 years ago, and it's been great every single day since. And there are friends here that I made within those first few months that I'm looking at right now who have given me so much. I also am a practicing attorney, and I want to thank Jordan Rose and Court Rich at Rose Law Group. Working for them has just been an absolute honor, and I really appreciate they've been completely supportive of me serving as a supervisor while still trying to make my hours as an attorney at the firm. But I really believe that being a practicing attorney has helped me be a better supervisor, and I really think that my role as supervisor in many ways has helped me be a better attorney. And then I really want to thank Brenda Burns, who was my first boss in government. I worked for her for 4 years, and there are so many lessons that I take from Brenda every single day. And I think about you every single day because working for you at the Corporation Commission was the honor of a lifetime. And then I want to thank people at the county who welcomed me the day that I got appointed and did everything they could to make this a seamless transition. I want to thank Joy Rich, the county manager, her staff, Celine, but I especially want to thank my staff who are just absolutely incredible. Garth Camp and Dan Gardner, my chief of staff and my deputy chief, absolutely incredible. Both of them are brand new to the county and just hit the ground running and have just been essential for the success that we have in District 2. I want to talk about issues that are important to all of us. First of all, elections. Obviously, I'm very proud of the way that Maricopa County handled itself after the 2020 election. It was one of the major reasons why I applied. I felt that Maricopa County was unfairly attacked and maligned for everything that it had done right. And then I was very proud of the way that the county did things in the primary. Now, obviously, it wasn't a perfect election here in 2020, but overall, I'm very proud of the county. First of all, for all of the great things that it did to make sure that 1.6 million people voted, but also to take responsibility when things didn't go well, and to provide people the opportunity to express their displeasure and to let us know when they were adversely affected by any bad experience that they had voting. And for all of us, it's unacceptable. For me, it's unacceptable. If one person's upset, then I'm upset. And so, of course, what I pledge to do is to make sure that we have a top-down review of all procedures and policies, as we should always do. Even if everything goes right, you should always constantly evaluate and go over and see things and see how they can be done better the next time. And then secondly, one thing that's been a revelation for me is the animal shelters here in Maricopa County. I realized how passionate people here are about the animals. We have a very large county. We're the fourth largest county in Maricopa County, fourth largest county in the country. But every single day we get emails with people from concerns for animals. But I want to make sure that what we do for the animal shelters, we do it the right way, not a reactionary way. But when I met with people in this campaign, speaking of elections, I talked about 5 issues that were important to me, and I want to talk about how we addressed it since the year that I've been here. 1, economic development. I'm proud that Chairman Gates led the largest property tax cut in Maricopa County history, and I want to thank him for his leadership. And I want to thank Bill Gates' leadership on not only that, but his entire tenure as chairman. Two, water. When I came on as a District 2 supervisor, I was bombarded by several hundred emails regarding the Rio Verde water situation. I'm sure many of you heard about that. The Rio Verde water situation had been festering for years, almost a decade. And within 8 months, thanks to Garth and Jen Pekorski and everyone else here at the county, I believe that we arrived at what I consider to be a good solution, the best solution. And I met people up in February, 300 people angry. I encountered a community divided. And I said to them, I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to talk to you about what we need to talk about and what we need to hear. And not all of you are going to be happy, not all of you are going to be satisfied, but we're going to get a solution because you deserve that. And that's exactly what's going on in Rio Verde right now. We're almost there. I would say we're at the 1 yard line, but it's taken a variety of people in local government to make sure it happens, and not just a supervisor in Maricopa County. It's the Corporation Commission, which opened up a docket. It's EPCOR, the private water company, and now the Scottsdale City Council, which even has been looking at it and reviewing it last night. But I'm very proud of the solution that I propose, and I do think it's the best outcome for Rio Verde and for Scottsdale. In terms of housing, that's an issue that's especially important for me because it's something that I brought to the council, to the board when I came on here, when I applied, is that as a land use attorney, I see every single day how the housing situation has affected Maricopa County. How when people have a baby and they're looking for it to move from an apartment to a house and they can't afford it, or their down payment doesn't meet that cost, that is a problem. When people tell me they work at Northrop Grumman and they're making 6 figures and they can't afford a house, that is a problem. When teachers and nurses have to quit their jobs because they can't afford to buy a place to live near their job, that is a problem. And I want to continue working with the mayors and the council members here to make sure that we address that housing situation. And then public safety. I'm very proud and to have Rachel Mitchell as our county attorney. I knew she was going to win, but I also been praying for you every single day. Public safety is so important for people here in Maricopa County. It's an issue that I talked about with folks every single day I was out on the campaign trail. And what the Board of Supervisors can do is provide the budgetary support to make sure that Rachel Mitchell and Sheriff Pinzone have everything they need to make sure that all of you and your family and your children and your grandchildren are kept safe. So I'm very grateful to have 2 more years as Maricopa County Supervisor. I'm grateful that you're all here. Thank you so much. I just want to finally thank the most important person in my life, my wife, Anna. Anna has lived every single day with what we have had to deal with, from the day I told her I got the appointment to figuring out how we schedule things. She's a woman with accomplishments in her own right, and she's a woman who provides me moral strength and guidance every single day. And we have a son that we adore more than anything. And every single night, the 3 of us gather as a family and say our prayers. And our prayers are 2 things: to be grateful for God keeping us safe that day, and to keep all our loved ones safe the day after and the day after that. We just want our son to be a good boy, to live in a beautiful place like Maricopa County, and that's why I'm serving for Anna and my son. Thank you. Have a good one.